Heat Evolution, Season 8, Episode number 9. And in the last video, we won Sonoma, giving us 77 wins, which does put us 4 wins overall if we're looking at the NASCAR thing, because I like to compare, I like to compare. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to explain this during the Alright guys, here we are at the Daytona. Yeah. We're racing Daytona. Now what I was saying minutes ago on the loading at the beginning was I like to compare our stats and see where we are, compared to the actual NASCAR wins list. So we have 77, which is 1 win ahead of what Dale Earnhardt had during his career. And now we got to catch up to, I believe it said Cale Yarborough and Jimmy Johnson. Both have the same, they both have the same amount of wins. So that's a goal. I believe they have 83. Not sure, but it's gonna take a lot to get to where I want. I want to pass Jeff Gordon. I want to get 94. So we're gonna have to go from 77 to 94 in a series and a half, which is gonna be a lot to do. You guys wonder how I know this? I keep track of all the stats on my phone, as you guys have seen. And I just realized it when I went and added in the win from Sonoma. Because as you guys know, I record all the NASCAR Heat videos in the same day. That's why I wear the same shirt. It's really going to be noticeable now, because you guys can see what my shirt says on it. Where in the studio, you only see up to here. So you only see the color on the shoulder. So you might say, oh, it's a white shirt. Not seeing that it's the same white shirt. This says 3-0 on it. You guys didn't know, this is Steph Curry shirt. Under Armour. Got it when I went to the Under Armour store, which I said about 12 times in vlogs or something. I don't even know. Somebody just messed up there. It looked like Kevin Harvick had some issue on the high side. Which, fun fact, I was looking at the list that said all the tracks that Kevin Harvick's won at. Not all the tracks, but all the races that he's won. Yeah. Kinda got distracted with that. That's exciting. He did have a couple years though in there that he didn't get a win. I mean, that kind of sucks when you go and you just don't have wins for a long time. But he got it back, and now he's really good. He became good in the past couple of years, because he was always there as a good driver, but now he's actually really good. And the thing is, I've always liked Kevin Harvick a little bit. He just never was my favorite driver until 2014. But until then, I still liked him, because that's when I got back into watching NASCAR in 2014. I'm like, oh shit! It was a combination of things. I don't know. I didn't really care about who I liked. I liked Tony Stewart before, right? And then I stopped watching in 2010 or something. And then I got back into NASCAR in 2014. And yeah, I'm pretty good. But kind of happy I got back into it. There's a lot of stuff that it was kind of fun though, sort of learning. It was almost like learning a new sport again. Because I knew all the stuff before that was in it, and then I sort of stopped watching it. When I started watching it, the cars were all different. A lot of things were different. And it was pretty interesting when I got back into watching it. But, there's a lot of new drivers. But I started liking Kevin Harvick as my favorite driver, because I didn't really care. I know Tony Stewart was still there, but it wasn't cared as much. But I got back into it, and I decided, I'm like, yo, I like Kevin Harvick. Because he had the 4 car, and for me, the number 4, as you guys know, 4 to 7 is my favorite number. But 4 is up there as my second favorite number. And the reason for liking 4 is there was a 4 car in NASCAR a long time ago, not a long time ago, but it was probably 2002 or 2003, I believe it was. Maybe even a little bit earlier than that. But it was when they still had Pontiac as a sponsor, not sponsor, as a brand manufacturer in the series. And I had a little diecast car, and I loved racing that car on my table. That was one of my favorite ones to race. I don't even remember who the driver of that car was, but that was there as all of them. And the other little thing that I want to throw in about racing diecast cars was I would always make my dad watch me do the races, because it was funny. I don't know. I'm just like, yo, I want you to watch me do this race. So I do the race, and his favorite driver is Jeff Gordon. So I always I didn't really like Jeff Gordon until a couple years ago, and started, I liked him a little bit in his last couple years of his career, but I didn't like him before. And the funny thing about it is every time we do the race, I'd have like some crazy wreck. Like he'd be in the lead in like the last lap, and I'd be like, "Not today, my boy," and then his car would like somehow fly over the entire track into last place. It was really fun to do though. Like I had a real fun time doing that. And whatever driver I liked at the time, if it was Tony Stewart or I always did like my Kevin Harvick car that I had. Or if I liked Kyle Busch for a while, which I'm kind of sad that I did, because now looking back, those are depressing times. No, I don't like Kyle Busch at all now, but I used to really like Kyle Busch. And so maybe he would win, I don't know, but yeah, that was the thing. But I got back into liking Kevin Harvick when I seen that he had gone to the 4 car as a number as well, so this sort of helped me sort of like focus there and be like, oh shit, look at 4 car, that's cool. And then the other thing, of course, that I always did like, and there's pictures of me next to one of his old cars in like 2001, like his first season. It was like at some store or something. It was the old 29 car just there. I think it was white. Was it white the first? I think it was white because they didn't want to paint it black. Yeah. Because they renumbered the car, and I think they changed it from black to white as well. I think it never was black. Was the 29 car ever black? I don't believe so. I believe it might have been white, and then they just got a different sponsor, and they became yellow with Pennzoil. I believe that's what it was. Don't remember, gang. But I don't think the car was ever black. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I got a picture sitting next to that. I think I have the picture actually in my studio, like on the stand there. I scanned it on my phone as well, so I can look at it there. I put it on like Instagram or Twitter or something. Now I got 2 laps of fuel here, and there's 3 laps to go, which means now I do have a 29-second lead over Jimmy Johnson. There's 2 to go. Let's see, where does the fuel go down to 1 lap? You're low on fuel. Oh, it goes to 1 lap right there. I can't coast that whole way. I'm always way too much time. We're gonna have to risk this. We're gonna have to risk it real. Slow down. You're low on fuel. 4 tires. No repair. Half can of fuel. Let's do this. We either win or we don't win. It's that simple. This pit stop means a lot. Here we go. Can we keep the lead? Yes. Damn it. I tried so hard. We actually kept the lead, though. That's the impressive thing. We're going to get 5th here. I tried to block him, but I blocked too late. Damn it. I had to pit. There was nothing I could do. I was going to go around the track and run out of fuel right here anyways. So I just couldn't get enough to speed and time, but that was actually pretty intense. So let's go to the next race. So I do want to take a quick look here at the points. And things get a little bit more interesting. Because a lot of seasons, or the last couple seasons, I came out here and I just had like 12 wins in the season, and that really takes away from everybody else winning. But with me only getting 4 wins, and duplicate drivers only being up to 3, Daytona's the halfway point in the season. And of course with the chase, there's only about 10 races left, or the playoffs, or whatever the hell it's called. So this means that there are 4 spots for points. 4. And there are a bunch of races left. Now, points come in here because Matt DiBenedetto has 300 points. Okay. Which he still should be in the chase, yeah. He's there on the edge. But if 5 drivers win that are above him, so we'll just, for making this simple, Jamie McMurray wins, Casey Kane wins, Joe Logano, Ryan Newman, Kurt Busch. Those are 5 drivers. Matt DiBenedetto was out. So the thing here that we're really looking at is the drivers that if you have 1 win, but you're low in points, so obviously the closest on the edge of that is Matt DiBenedetto and Kyle Larson. So if we get 6 new winners, those 2 could fall out. Unless, of course, say Chase Elliott wins, Kyle Larson still can stay in. But that's where things get a little bit more risky. So right now, if you're looking at this, the top 5 drivers are probably safe. Myself, Brad Keselowski, and Kevin Harvick. All the duplicate wins were ahead. But Kyle Busch, Dale Jr., Martin Truex, all seem pretty safe. But the further you go down, if a lot of these spots get filled in here, because actually, there's a lot of spots to be filled. So, definitely Matt DiBenedetto and Kyle Larson are on the edge right now, though, more than anybody else. So now let's head, guys, here we go. Racing at Kentucky. Now, there's interesting things about Kentucky. Chevy's never won at Kentucky, which is really surprising, considering Hendricks is a great team, and Stewart-Haas was a Chevy team for years until they went to Ford this year. So those are 2 big teams. You got 8 cars right there. I mean, I guess if you look at the teams, who's really going to win on the teams, you got like 4 cars. Because, like, let's be honest. You look at Stewart-Haas. Do you really think Clint Bowyer's going to win? Maybe at some point. But not at the moment. Do you really think Danica Patrick's going to win? No. Looking at Hendricks. Do you really think Casey Kane's going to win? No. Do you really think Dale Jr.'s going to win? No. So, you got Chase Elliott, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch. That's who's going to win your races of those drivers. But, again, Clint Bowyer wasn't there when it was, when Stewart-Haas was the Chevy team. But that's interesting that Jimmy Johnson and Kevin Harvick, who were sort of like the team leaders, basically. Like, because you have that one driver sort of leads the team as, like, the better driver. So, you look at the teams, and those guys are the team leaders. And they never won here. Because you can tell sort of who the team leader is at each team. I think Hendrick sort of had 2, because he had Jimmy Johnson and Jeff Gordon, sort of both leaders of the team. But most teams you can tell who's like that one driver who's like the lead guy. And you can tell Joe Gibbs, they got Kyle Busch as sort of like the leader there. Not that you want him as a leader, but he's there. You got Penske, you got Brad Keselowski, who's the leader there. Ganassi a little bit difficult to say who the team leader is. What the hell? Can I get through it? Yeah. Of Ganassi, just because Kyle Larson's winning. Jimmy McMurray sort of the guy that's had all the experience. I don't know. That one's weird. But here we go. We are in the lead at Kentucky. Now it's kind of crazy that since Kentucky's been on track in NASCAR since I believe 2011, that there's only 4 drivers who have won it. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, Matt Kenseth, and Martin Truex Jr., the most recent winner. So that's kind of crazy to sit here and think that of all the talented drivers in the field, only those couple drivers have won. Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski, Matt Kenseth, and Martin Truex. And only 3 teams have won there too. Penske gives the Infantry Row. Kind of crazy. No, Kurt Busch, don't wreck. I don't really care. Like, I like the Stewart-Haas drivers to do good. All of them. It's like my favorite team overall. My favorite driver is on that team, but Stewart-Haas is like my favorite team. Then probably like Hendrick's probably second, but yeah, I like Stewart-Haas, but in this game, I don't really care if you crash. Except for Kevin Harvick, I don't want to see him crash. Even if it is just a video game. As I said that he gets involved in that wreck. Because I knew he was on the high side and I pushed somebody up there and they hit into him. But alright, here we go. Look at these first 4 cars. Brad Keselowski, Kyle Busch, and myself. Has Denny Hamlin won a race this season? I don't know. That's intriguing me now. Denny Hamlin may have won a race this season. Did I say Denny Hamlin at first? I want to say Kyle Busch. But I meant Denny Hamlin. And these tires are giving up a little bit. My boy Kevin Harvick over here just helping me get to that corner. Oh shit. Brad Keselowski, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to. Kevin Harvick got by me there in the last second. Come on. We need to get rid of Kyle Busch in the lead. That's all that needs to happen. Come on. He got a little boost of speed there. There we go. We got Kyle Busch sideways. Ooh, we got the lead here. Holy shit, that tough battle with Kevin Harvick gave us the lead there into the second green-white checker. Again, you got to make it a whole lap here to get the white flag. Now we know Kevin Harvick has a win. He has 2 on the season. You know, I got a win. I got 4 on the season. Trying to make it 5 here at Kentucky. Trying to tie the Toyota record that I've set here for wins in a Toyota in this series. Get up there into Kevin Harvick a little bit. This battle is going to be going the whole way around the track. Here we go, final corner. He hit the brakes really hard. I carried a little bit more speed into the corner, but these tires are starting to give up a little bit. Actually, a lot. Up with the block, and somehow we got that win there. I would have been really mad if that wasn't the last lap. And I messed up and crashed instead. Oh my god. I was trying to block him, and I was able to do it, but I did crash. Yeah. Winning Kentucky. That's pretty good. I don't think we've won Kentucky yet. Cross that track off the list. I should write down, next season I should write down every track that I win. It's a good idea. I believe the only track I haven't won now is Dover? I don't know, we'll find out. I'll figure it out for the next episode.